Here's a live look right now in Moon Township, Pennsylvania, a suburb of Pittsburgh, where it is a hangar there, and you see the stairs any moment. This afternoon, Donald Trump's plane will arrive, and of course he is expected to speak. The presumptive Republican nominee will take the stage today under intense pressure from a divided Republican Party to change his tone. And beginning next week, he will square off for the first time against the newly unified Democratic Party, ready to unleash its attack dogs. And for more on what to expect from the general election fight, I'm joined by Republican strategist Susan Del Percio, also the Daily Beast Washington correspondent Eleanor Clift, and Jason Johnson, politics editor at TheRoot.com and Sirius XM radio host. All three of you, thank you for your time as we jump into this today. And Susan, I'll start with you, where it's very evident in Trump's targets today. President Obama, Elizabeth Warren, his own party, Mitt Romney as well. In fact, there was a tweet that came out of his social media director who tweeted this, saying that Paul Ryan is the reason the GOP is losing America. Donald Trump doesn't change a thing. So you have this instance where party unity isn't the focus. So why not hit Hillary Clinton? Why not target her?
That's exactly where he should go. He's never been as popular with the base as when he's targeting Hillary Clinton. It's also, like you just mentioned, a place where everyone can unify and get behind it. I don't know what that person was doing with that tweet. That was just trying to create a war, it seems like. It was just... It's exactly what you don't need to do right now. Donald Trump is not the establishment by so much. He doesn't need to distance himself from it anymore. And really, the party needs to try and get around him. But what Donald Trump forgets is that he's carrying a banner that lots of people want to be under. And he's got to set the tone so he can be inclusive.
Well, also interesting, we'll say, you know, from that 5 weeks since he clinched the nomination, he could have used that time as well. And yet here we are,
and that's
still waiting.
A great point, because we should, the Republicans should be so far ahead of where Hillary Clinton is, and we should be surging in the polls. And she's now going to have her chance to get her troops together, and we're fighting off as if it was just post-convention.
Well, one of the reasons why that stalled, some will argue too, are the comments, the back and forth about the Mexican-American federal judge. Here, Jason, to you, taking heat about that. Yet today, we're still seeing those attacks, the whole Pocahontas thing, and even say, yeah, I'll apologize for it, but to Pocahontas, not to Elizabeth Warren. Here's Trump in Florida just a short time ago.
When I use a slightly off word, slightly off, when I call this really bad senator, she's done nothing. She's done nothing. She said she's Native American. And I said, Pocahontas. It's Pocahontas. And somebody said to me, one of the media, Mr. Trump, would you apologize? I said, yes, I'll apologize. To Pocahontas, I will apologize. Because Pocahontas is insulted.
All right, just hours before, he was talking about unifying people of all races. So, Jason, how alarming is this for the party?
It shouldn't be alarming at all. I mean, they've been hitting snooze on this alarm for the last 18 months. It's really clear. This is what Donald Trump does. He says racist things. He says misogynistic things. He says violent things. This guy has gone on a tear. I don't think the Democrats could have written a better candidate to run against. So ever since this guy locked up the nomination, he's attacked women, he's attacked Hispanics, he's attacked Republicans and Democrats. He's in Florida attacking Jeb Bush. It might not hurt to get Jeb Bush's endorsement in that state. I don't think the Republicans at this point think they can do anything about Trump. They're all just trying to hold on to whatever places they have, because they could be looking at a serious, serious landslide against them this fall if Trump continues on this path.
Well, I'm looking at you, Susan, because I'm looking for a reaction as well, especially when you have last night Paul Ryan really pressed hard, you know, forcing to explain, you know, Donald Trump, and really urging for those at Mitt Romney's Republican retreat, not necessarily pushing them to endorse Donald Trump, but instead saying donate for down ballot candidates as well, and for unity. How much can they walk this kind of line when it comes to your party?
Well, Speaker Ryan has to walk that line, because he's not doing this as just an individual. He represents the whole caucus, the Republican caucus. And there's a lot of people that he needs to kind of make happy at different levels. Unlike John Boehner, who just kind of went in and ruled one way, he said he was going to listen to a lot of folks. He endorsed mostly because the majority of his conference wanted to get behind Donald Trump. It is a very tricky line and a tightrope for Speaker Ryan. But most of the other people there at that event are certainly going to get behind a lot of these Senate candidates and down ballot races, without a doubt.
To another event, a sporting event, Eleanor, and how it turned political last night. It was the NBA Finals game in Cleveland. There was this Trump protester, or there he is right there, arrested for charging the court with that message written on his chest. It ended without any incident, but is this kind of the preview that we'll see when it comes to Cleveland and beyond?
Well, protesting is a great American tradition, and I'm sure at Cleveland they'll have the protesters cordoned off, and people will have to get permission slips. So, of course, there's going to be more eruptions, and maybe some of them will make a lot of us feel uncomfortable, but I think that it's part of the American tradition. But I think the Republicans are really straddling between...
But to that extent, Eleanor, a tradition, but to that extent, and you saw what was written on his chest, he didn't have a shirt on, and that was the NBA Finals.
Frankly, I missed that. So
if you can see your monitor, it's right there. You can see your monitor.
Exactly. Yeah, unfortunately, maybe sometimes, you know, the tradition we have of free speech does seem to go over the line. But you know, I don't think we should characterize the whole Trump campaign or the Clinton campaign because of you know, a single protester. But I think the Republicans really are straddling a line between the good Trump and the bad Trump, and they're going to watch the polls and see if this race is potentially winnable, how much damage there is down the road. But they're all scrambling to find a little tiny bit of moral high ground they can cling to, as Donald Trump doesn't show any signs really of being able to change his colors at this point. And if, as a voter, I would feel really fooled if suddenly we got a candidate who's on script and he's something else than what he presented himself as. Right. So I think there's danger in that as well.
Well, we'll see if that teleprompter comes out once again, as we've seen it lately. To all of you, wish we could talk about the Dems, especially with the president hitting the campaign trail with Hillary Clinton as well, and VP talk as well. To all of you, Republican strategist Susan Del Percio, the Daily Beast, Eleanor Clifton, also TheRoot.com's Jason Johnson, all of you, thank you.
Thanks, Francis.
Thank you.
Thank you.